All right, we are back. Let's see here. So basically, uh, I looked through some of the support cards that we got yesterday, and I what I did was I kind of compared and contrasted all the cards to each other, at least in the decks that I knew I would use. And so here are the updated decks here. This card didn't change. This is a Narita Taishin, I believe. Yeah. So that stayed in the deck. But you can see here we actually swapped out the new Daiwa Scarlet card. Um, what was in here before was Hishi Amazon, I believe. And I forgot who the other person was. The other person was where is she? She's it was this girl, Daitaku Helios. So that's who we were using, Daitaku Helios and Hishi Amazon. And after doing some comparison of the numbers there, mostly just looking at friendship bonus and training effectiveness, combined it's like a 28%. So it was higher than what we were using. This one's a little bit lower. Hishi Amazon's a 30% friendship bonus, but no training effectiveness. So I thought this would actually work out a little better, especially since we're gonna be able to max limit break it, right? So at level 50, it'll definitely be better, or at least equal, right? And we can also upgrade this or level this up, I mean. So I think I was out of like money. Yeah, I didn't have enough money before. We can level it up one level. I don't think that's even worth it, so we won't do that. But eventually, once this gets to level 50, I think it'll be pretty good here. And then I did figure out why we weren't getting 1,000+ speed runs, and the big reason why, the main reason why, was this stupid gold chip. Even though she has really good bonuses, she has I believe a 30% friendship bonus. Let's we can actually just check it real quick. There she is. So 25% actually, and then a 10% training effectiveness. So overall, that's 35%. But the problem is, gold chip does not have any kind of specialty priority, right? And so she was just showing up randomly in different places and not enough in speed. And so I switched King Halo back into the rotation. So these two cards used to be in the rotation. And then I swapped King Halo out for Gold Chip. But then I realized we weren't getting over 1,000 speed because of that. So I rotated her back in. And then I swapped out, I think we were using like Princess Kawakumi or something here. And I swapped in Sweep Tosho here instead. Because Sweep Tosho, even at only level 35, is pretty good. Her friendship bonus is 27%, right? And she gets 3% training effectiveness. So it's a total of 30% there, right? So I wish we had gotten this leveled up a little higher. But, what can you do? And then on this other card, the Biwa ended up being better overall. So that's our short Super Creek deck. And then for the long, it's pretty much the same thing. Same cards, pretty much. And then we just have the Mayano Top Gun. This card is still probably better than any of the other stamina cards we have, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's that. And then we have the Kitasan Black deck. Looks very similar, to what we were using before, but instead of gold chip, we're putting in the Max King Halo now. And then Daitaku Helios comes back in because we're using 3 power for this one. It's a 3-speed, 3 power deck. And then this is just temporary because I did run some farms today, and I was running Daiwa Scarlet in my farm, and so she can't train herself, so I had to just I labeled it a temp deck and just put Daitaku Helios in there, and I'll show you the results of that here in a second. I don't know. I think I did swap out all the different cards in the decks. I believe I swapped in this card for my Ano Top Gun. Like if I was gonna train my Ano Top Gun, she can't train herself. So this is our secondary. Zeno Rob Roy ended up being like not the best, but it was decent enough to go in there. And then this one is a different Kitasun Black farming deck. I think we used maybe once or twice. So I need to sort of figure out which ones I want to get rid of. And then probably not the biggest change here, but for the farming, the spark farming deck, I should probably label that spark farm instead, super farm. So let's call it spark farm. Okay. So if I had 3 guts cards here. I think this one used to be a this guy used to be Meisho Dodo. That's what we had in that slot there. But since Goldship tends to roam around a lot, since she has no specialty priority, and I do remember our runs, we weren't getting enough speed for a lot of the time. So I thought maybe we should, I would try sticking Goldship in here instead of Meisho Dodo. Because Meisho Dodo, I believe, is not that great of a card. 29%, actually that's not bad. But it's definitely not 35, right? And she does have specialty priority a little bit, but we don't want to train guts all that much anyways. We just need to get to 600 in guts, right? For the spark farming. So when I was running 3 guts cards, our guts would get up to like, insane amounts. And that's not really what we're looking for. So I think maybe running Goldship here makes more sense. And then I swapped out the Mijiro Dober card from the SSR to the regular SR to get the training effectiveness bonus here. And I don't think we lose a whole lot actually by switching that out. And then I kind of, my initial thought was either swapping out the Meisho Dodo for Goldship or this one, Ikuno Dictus. I don't remember exactly how many wit cards we actually needed for this type of spark farming run. And that's why I was like, I remember guts going up really high, obviously, because we have 3 guts cards. So maybe I'll, pull back on that, but possibly I might run 3 guts cards and Goldship here instead of Ikuno Dictus. But, I think if I were able to, I ran out of money basically to level this up, so it's only at level 38. But once it's up to 45, I think it might have to stay actually. But I haven't played this deck yet, so we'll see. But I did play, like I said earlier. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Oops. I did play the short Super Creek deck here, and on Daiwa. So I ran 2 farms today, and we got our A horse. So we definitely got an A. Here was the first run. You can see the speed here. You can see the cards. We ran 3 speed, 2 power, 1 stamina. We got 1100 speed, right? 600 stamina, 700 power, and then like 300 and 400 wit. So a very solid horse. I wouldn't say it's like the best ever, but it was very solid. It was solid run. And then our second run, we actually didn't get Swinging Maestro, which kind of sucks. I wish we had gotten that. Then this would have been a very strong horse here. But we maxed out on speed, 1200, 600 stamina, and almost 800 power. And that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted a 12, 6, 8. And so we sort of achieved that. Our wit is slightly low, but the guts are kind of in the right place. So this horse should be pretty good. I have her set as a pace chaser. But she's probably just as good as a front runner or something. I think most of her skills here, actually, yeah, she has a lot of pace chaser skills here. So at least 2 recovery skills are pace chaser, and the rest of them maybe don't matter as much. But yeah, the skills here are not as good as the one from before that I got B plus on. These are definitely better skills. But you know, whatever. What can you do? But we got our A, and that's all that really matters. Got a 2-star speed on her as well, so she's a decent parent horse. She would make a decent parent horse, I guess, sort of. She's a 3-star in pace chasing as well, pink skill, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, so today what I'm gonna be doing is basically seeing, like, doing a run and seeing how much better our horses or like the training is, right? Can already tell from the farm that the trainings must be better, right? Because we got an A on a horse that we weren't able to get an A in, right? So I thought today what we would do is run Majuro McQueen actually again, because I don't have a proper A in Majuro McQueen, I don't believe. I think our highest A level, well, actually this one's pretty proper. 978,700 in power. But this is probably not our highest rated Majuro McQueen horse. I believe our highest rated Majuro McQueen is one of the guts runs, if I'm not mistaken. Might be this one. I think might be the top horse here that we've got. So I want to get a higher score than that. I think the highest scoring Majuro McQueen we have, yeah, it looks to be that one. It's 10,300 points. Oops, that's not what I want. And on this Daiwa, you could see already we were able to get 10,500 points. Right, so we should be able to get this this horse up pretty high. And like I said earlier in the week, this is gonna be, I'm gonna switch over to streaming just once a week after this. So because, you know, once I show you kind of how much better our support cards are now that we've upgraded some of them, it's kind of gonna be the same thing until, you know, the next cup, the whatever Champions Cup. I don't know what that is, which one that would be. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, it's coming soon, whatever. So I might do more than, you know, just a weekly stream when some of these events happen. But otherwise, I think you sort of get it by now. We did the support card poll. I guess I could have explained some of my thinking about the decks, but what I basically did was I just looked at the friendship bonus and the training effectiveness, added them together, because you get this no matter what, right? The training effectiveness, you get it no matter what, whether it's rainbowing or not, or in the category of power or speed or guts, it doesn't matter. You get a 5% bonus, like flat. And then when it rainbows in its own stat category. So you pretty much, if you add them together, that's what you would get, right? In any given training, a rainbow training that they're in. So I just picked the support cards that had the highest of both of these added together, basically, is what I did. And we were using cards that didn't have any training effectiveness. Like Hishi Amazon was a 30% friendship bonus, but no training effectiveness. And that's why I switched it out for this Daiwa Scarlet, right, which has 21% right now and 5%, so that's 26%. So we lost 4% there, right? But this is only a level 35 right now because I didn't have enough money to upgrade it. And so once this gets to level 50, because we'll be able to pull level 50 right after this event, then this should be probably 25%, and maybe even if it's 5%, it's just as good as Hishi Amazon, right? And that's why I swapped this in. So that's kind of the thinking behind it. You You can see here that we're not really using any SSR cards at all because our SR cards are better at this point right now. Unless, you know, until we do another support card pull and possibly get, you know, a bunch of them and be able to unlock the SSR cards. So enough yapping about that. Basically, I just wanted to say that once you see me run this career here that I'm going to be running right now, it's you're gonna understand what to do. It's the same thing we've been doing, just with different support cards. Really, I just wanted to show you how much better of a career you can run with upgraded support cards. And then once you know how to do that, then, you know, there's nothing really for me to show you extra other than just advancing, unlocking all the potential of my the horses that we have, you know what I mean? But I could show you that once a week. I don't need to show you that every day, right? So that's kind of the idea behind that. All right, so let me check. I'm not going to put it on the screen. I guess I could. Why not? So I'm going to check Majuro McQueen. And the reason we're running Majuro McQueen, there isn't really a good reason. She's kind of my ace horse right now. She's probably because she has 3 stars. I know I have Symboli Rudolph, but we got an A in her already. Majuro McQueen, we haven't been able to get an A in, legitimately, I don't think. So, and that's why, because we do have some A Majuro McQueens, but I just wanted to maybe rerun her and see if we get like a high score, right? So it looks like she's good with Biwa, Super Creek, and Rice Shower. All those are good. So let's go ahead and look here. Is this Biwa any good? I think this Biwa isn't a 9-star. It's not. And she's training herself here, looks like. For Rice Shower, we got some different horses in here. So maybe we'll go with Rice Shower here for the parent. And then on this side, we have a choice here. We could go with Daiwa, because we have a 9-star stamina Daiwa. We could go with Vodka, the 8-star, right? The 2-star speed. Or we also have a... who do we have? We have somebody else. Winning Ticket got a 3-star or something, didn't she? I believe she did. Is it this one? Yeah, she got a 3-star, 6-star stamina, 3-star power. So I think the parents are gonna be the most diverse. Actually, let me just see who the second. I guess Daiwa actually would have the more affinity. So we're gonna go with Daiwa instead. Sorry, Winning Ticket. Maybe next time. So our 9-star Daiwa, where is she? I don't even know where she is. Is it this one? That is the 9-star Daiwa there. Okay. And we have good parent and grandparent diversity. No overlaps, right? So that's really good. Except she's training herself there. She's her own grandparent. But whatever, that's fine. So we have double circle affinity, so this should be good for that. We are going to use the long Super Creek deck because she's a long distance runner, obviously. And we'll see how much better or worse this does than the existing runs that we've done. And I've already eaten food today, so we can skip through a lot of the races instead of watching them all the way through. Although I do like watching the races, but without skills though, because I tend to not buy the skills anymore. I've been buying them at the end of the career, and so without skills, there's nothing, you know, it's just them running, so it's not really that interesting to watch. We're not off to a good start here. I guess I'll take speed. What are her growth rates in again? Her growth rate is in stamina and wit. Okay. think I want to take the recreation. That was a good one. We jumped all straight to great. Looks like we're gonna be lagging in power a little bit, so I'm gonna try to train that more if we can, all things being equal. All right. I think we're making the right decisions here. Seems like just trying to fill in some of these holes. Just up until her maiden race. Just so that we don't have any glaring weaknesses, right? Going into that. Looks like it's trying to make us train stamina a lot more than I want to. In the beginning here, at least. But it might be the best available, so I mean, stamina is not a bad thing. I think I want to get some speed here now if we can, but we got another 3 Uma stack and stamina. I don't know if I should risk it because of the energy level, even though it's only 15%. I kind of want to do a clean run, so let's go ahead and rest. Oh, that was a well rested too, dang it. But I don't want to deal with failures too much this, you know, and just really run a very clean career if we can. Nothing really jumping out at me here. So I guess we'll take power. I want to run a speed training if we can, but it looks like we have to do wit. That was kind of a hole. So right now I'm kind of going for friendship a little bit more than stats. But we'll definitely switch over to stats here pretty soon. I think we're good enough to just leave her as is, as a pace chaser. Okay, we got first. It's good. I forgot what her career consists of. I played it a bunch, but I don't remember anymore what you're supposed to do. Oh, we have to earn fan. Oh, I do remember now. So there's a race, I think, towards the end of this 12 turns that is a good one to take. This one. The Sai High? No. She's not good on this. It's this one. Hopeful Stakes. That's what it was. So we'll schedule that. But if there's like a bad training, like one that's not worth, like a training that's not worth taking, then we'll take a race instead. But I just have that one scheduled just so I don't forget. At least. Let's see. Looks like wit is probably the way to go here. Okay, so for example, right now, right? No, nothing in speed. Stamina is only 1 Uma there. Only 1 Uma here. You have 2 Umas in guts, but guts, you know, meh, don't really want to train, and only 1 in wit. So this is the perfect opportunity to take a race, right? If there's one available for us. There isn't really, though. Not one that she's good at. That kind of sucks. I guess I could risk it and do a mile. She could possibly win in that. Because she's but she's an F. So, yeah, kind of sucks. That would have been a good time to take a race, though. So in your careers, if, you know, if this happens to you, instead of the scheduled race, you can run an earlier race and then skip the scheduled one, right? Because you only need 1,700 fans at this point on this career. But on a different horse, you know, you might only... On Daiwa's career, you only need like 700 fans or something. So I guess I'll take the guts here. even though I don't really want to train guts that much. I remember some of her events here. We got a power rainbow already, so that's good. Looks like we have to rest. I just normally check the wit just in case, even though I have to rest. I don't rest automatically. Sometimes I'll check the wit because if there's like 5 umas or something in wit, then I'll take the wit, you know, obviously, because there's no penalty. Like you could be low energy and, you know, get the wit. It's fine. Another power training here, rainbowing. I mean, yeah, we do need power, so this might be a turn where we can check the races, although this wit training is kind of decent. It also gives us the most amount of stats too, right? Pretty much, yeah, it does. But we'll check the races maybe to see if there's anything available. There is one here, but it's only 1,000 fans. So even with our fan bonuses, normally the fan bonuses is roughly double. So we would get around 2,000 fans, maybe a little less actually. I don't know if that's worth it. Just in case we don't get the full 1,700. If this was like 2,000 fans that you got from this race, then I would definitely take this one. But because it's only 1,000, I'm kind of iffy about like whether we'll fulfill the requirement. So I'm gonna take that wit training instead. All right. This, I feel like this might be another turn that we could check the races. It kind of feels like it. Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 umas max. You know me, I like the 3-sum, 4-sums rather than the, you know, the 3-sums or whatever. The more umas, the better. And so we don't have very many uma. We don't have a race we can run though. Dang it. Well, then I guess we could do wit again, or we could get stamina here. Looks like. I think I want to prioritize Super Creek's friendship level than the hint. Alright, we got a speed rainbow. Nice. I like that. Finish off some friendships there. Double rainbow already. That's kind of nice. Oh, there's a lot of umas here. 27 and 9. This is 29 and 14. So yeah, now I think at this point I'm gonna switch over to chasing stats, right? Because our friendship levels are, you know, somewhat high enough, and the ones we're lacking in are stamina, interestingly. But our stamina is our highest stat right now, so we might not need to worry about them being, you know, full friendship level just yet. So we'll take that one for the stats. Dude, where's our scheduled race at? Here? Oh geez, that's cutting it really close, huh? Alright, well. Alright, single rainbow, 18 and 9. 17 and 6. This is not the greatest here. Not the greatest races. I mean, let's check the races. Maybe we should take a race here. There's only 1,000 fans there too. Ah. Mm, not the best trainings available, huh? I guess we could take the stamina. I mean, this is more stats, but this is only like 3 points lower or something. 17 and 6. It's 4 points lower. So 4 points is really not that much. And then, you know, we do. She's like really low on the friendship level. Let's go ahead and take that one. That's a less than ideal one, though, obviously. We want to work on our speed here. Alright, then we have to take this race now because it's the last turn. I'm gonna watch this one. Maybe just fast forward so that there's no funny business. You know what I mean? I don't want the computer to do some, you know, stupid math crap and just calculate out, you know, a loss when, you know, obviously she shouldn't lose with the stats she has. There's no way she can lose. I don't know. It's not looking great. She's in traffic. There goes her ult. She's weaving her way through. She got caught. She got caught on the... You see it? She like slowed down there on the inside. So there was funny business. 5th place. Oh no. Are we going to crash out? We might crash out here. No. Yeah, we crashed out. We needed 3,000 fans, didn't we? Oh, man. I guess I should have run some of those some of those other races, huh? Just to be safe. I really didn't think we would fail. We were 300 speed, 400 stamina, almost 300 power. Like, how? How does that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Well, I mean, there's no point of even buying skills or anything. Why? What for? So we'll just complete a career here. Well, don't do that. What I just did. Don't do that. That's definitely not what you should be doing. Majora McQueen is a little touchy on her races. I've noticed. Like winning ticket, like in King Halo, are little bitches when it comes to negative mood effects, and just like, you know, crappy things happening during their career. But the races are fine. But Majora McQueen is really like, she's a little bitch when it comes to her races. Like, she doesn't win all of them for whatever reason, even though she's like the strongest horse in the race. So it's a little touchy. Each horse has their own like little touchy moments, it seems like. That kind of sucks. I mean, I guess I could run another career with my own horses and not borrow a legacy. But you know, I guess that could just be it. You know, you can imagine what it would have been like. Is that fair? The thing is, I don't. If I run my own horses, I do have 9-star horses. If I run my own horses, though, the thing is they'll overlap. The parent tree or whatever. Like my Daiwa Scarlet had vodka as a parent, I believe. Right, so even if I use my 2 9-star horses, winning ticket has vodka in the tree as well. I guess she was training herself earlier too, though, right? So I guess I could try again with my own horses. Yeah, why not? I guess because ending the stream now seems I just started it like not that long ago, so I might as well just try one more time and then play ultra safe with Majiro McQueen. She's so touchy with her races. I forgot about that actually because I haven't played her in a while. The thing is, we won't get any ults, but I guess that's okay. So we'll just, you know, we'll just try things here and see what happens. Was it this one? I don't remember which one it was. I need to get rid of some of these. It was this one. So winning ticket is not the highest affinity horse, so I want to use the highest affinity horse I can, which would be Daiwa Scarlet. I believe it's this one. So that one, she is sort of training herself there, but that's okay. And then I think this one's our other 9-star. Okay, well, we'll try this, and then if we crash out here, then I don't know. I give up on life. I'm gonna go, just give up on life after, if I fail this. Hopefully we'll get a better start, because the last career, the start was not that great. Not just race-wise, but the training was, trainings weren't very good either. Oh, it's not looking good already. It's forcing me to train guts, it looks like. Alright, bro. So if I get a 3 UMA stack in a stack category, I won't take the recreation. I'll actually take the training then. If it's 3 or more. If it's only 2, then I'll take the recreation. Usually on the second turn. The first turn was really good. We got like 5 UMAs there, even though it's in guts. I don't like guts that much, but 5 UMA training is good. See here, there's only 2 UMAs, and each, like the most amount is 2. So what I'll do is I'll usually take a recreation early on in the career like that. We got lucky, we got a great. I guess we need to take the speed here. I don't know. Nothing else is all that great here. This is a very bad training, so we'll take the rest. So this is sort of working out, right? Usually, like on a very good run, you'll kind of hit a rhythm in a way where, you train, good training, and then one of the lesser trainings, like there's nothing to train, but it's perfect because your energy level is a little low. So it's good to, it's like the perfect time to rest. So the game, sometimes will give you like these sort of, these nice little rhythms that you can follow where you get, decent trainings, and it gives you a little opportunity to rest. I think we're going to take the stamina here. I wish these stacks were bigger, but I guess 2's better than nothing. Here's a 3 stack, right? So you definitely have to take that. We're already almost at 400 stamina. That's kind of crazy, even before the maiden race. We might be loading up on stamina a little too much. I think technically we should be resting here on this turn, but I don't know. I don't know if I should pass this up. It's a 3 stack plus the director, 34%. Usually my cutoff is 33, but it's so close that I think I'm gonna risk it here. Nice. Didn't fail. Now I think we're forced to rest here. Oh, we would have gotten 4. Dang it. Well, whatever, there's no way to know that. All right, I think we're gonna be good to just watch or skip the results. Okay, now this time we're gonna take an earlier race. We're not gonna wait till the last minute. No matter how many fans it gives. Excuse me. We're gonna take an earlier race. At least one. And then I think I'll take it when none of the trainings are good. So we'll wait for it. This training's not that good right now, so we can check. I don't think you can race the first turn after the race. So we shall take a training then. We'll take this one. I think this is a resting turn. Unless there's something that really jumps out. Nope, not really. So we're gonna rest here. This seems like kind of a crappy turn. Right, so we're gonna check the races. Can't really take any of these. Let's run the wit. That's 4 Umas. That's good training. Okay, this training is not that great. So we're gonna look for a race to take here. If we can, no, not good either, huh? No good races. Okay. I'm getting a little worried at this point. I don't like any of these trainings, so I guess I could take wit. But I think I'm going to do recreation to get her mood up and maybe get some energy back. Yep. We got a rainbow. We'll take that. I don't know if this is worth it. Maybe if it was a rainbow, it would be. It is 31 points. I don't know that that's worth it. Maybe. Because King Halo's already filled up in friendship level. It would finish Super Creek off. I think we're going to take the rest instead. I guess we could look for a race here, possibly. No, this one. Should I run the race or rest? There is this race here. Let's schedule that just in case. I guess we could risk it. Why not? Oh, dang it. Uh-oh. Is it all gonna go downhill from here? We do have one rainbow. I don't like taking single rainbows that much though. If I can get more than one, I'll usually try to get more than one rainbow. Single rainbow again. Think we're gonna chase friendship for now still. Alright, we're gonna take this race. Just so we don't run into the same issues that we had the last run through. I think it's somewhat safe to just view the results here. Because even if we fail, right, we have another... We didn't fail, so We don't actually have to run the next one, so that's good. We have enough fans here. Alright, now we can just focus on training. Nice rainbow here. Multiple Umas. Looks like 2 Umas here. So we'll take that one with the rainbow. Didn't crash out this time. Now you're kind of safe, right? You just need to get over that 3,000 fan hump. Once you're over that, then it doesn't matter if you fail or not. Stupid game, it got me though. It definitely got me. I don't like these trainings here, so I think we're over the halfway mark for energy though. So we're just gonna take the most amount of stats, which would be this one. And then I would like to rest here, since we're under half. If we can. Unless we get some outrageous like triple rainbow training or something. Then we might have to risk it. Risk it all. No. So we'll take the rest. Looks like we need some speed here. That's probably the best training available anyway. So let's do that. I really don't like single rainbows, even though this is more stats. It's only like 4 more, so I think I'm gonna take this one. I don't know B was all her events. So we have a rainbow here. It's not that strong though. I think we should rest instead. Got another rainbow there. A lot of single rainbows this run, huh? Inspiration. $89. Our stamina is already 600 pretty much. That's really early for our stamina to be that high. That's a nice one, but I think this we get 35 from that. It's just a lot better. 29 plus 8 is 37, right? It's 35 plus 4 is 39. So actually, this is not that much worse of a training than the speed rainbow. Our wit is lagging behind a little bit, and we do get a hint and friendship level. So I think I'll take wit here because it's not that much less than the speed. These trainings are all trash. They're really bad. I guess we could finish off her friendship level. Yeah, let's just do that, even though the stats are probably not as good. They were all bad, so a couple points here and there is not really gonna make that much difference. I'd rather have more chance of rainbows to make up for it, right? So we got a double rainbow here. Take that. Those are pretty good stats. That's 41. Or should we rest? It's 3 Umas though. Usually anything 3 Umas and above I'll take. If it's only 2 Umas, then you know it's kind of debatable. You can make a case not to take that training. But if it's 3, you know, usually I'll take it. You know, here it's only 2, here it's only 2. You know what I mean? So it's not really worth risking. If this was even 3 at 47%, I probably wouldn't risk it. At 4 Umas, a double rainbow, I might risk it. But that's kind of my how I train the horses here. We're only getting doubles here. This is 32. This is 39, so I guess we're taking 39. Alright, summer, double rainbow, 63 points. I think we have to take the 63 points. Alright, trainings are all kind of bad here. I guess I could take wit. It sucks that there's no Umas there. I do need to finish off my Top Gun's friendship level here, but yeah, this sucks, but I think I'm gonna just take the wit. Alright. No big rainbow there, nothing there. So I'll just take the wit again. And I think that if you have enough energy, taking wit makes sense because you're not using any, you're not losing energy, right? Like if your energy is really low, then don't take wit. Like you should rest, right? In case you get a big rainbow in the next turn. But I had a decent amount of energy, so resting, you know, wouldn't really have changed a whole lot. So I just took the wit just so I don't lose energy, and then, you know, maybe the next turn I'll get a rainbow I can take. I think here also I'm going to take wit instead of this power, because this isn't that many stats. 17 and 25 is what, 42? So I think I'd rather take the wit, because I don't train wit really during the actual career. I only train it really during the summer, because you get the most amount of wit during the summer. Since we don't train it that much during the career, it usually you only get what, like 16 points or something from it. I think I have to take the stats here with the power. My Top Gun's lagging behind the friendship level. He's lagging behind pretty hard. Alright, now we're going into the race. I think we're going to be fine here. Our speed might be a little bit low, but I think we're going to be okay, so we could just skip. First place, nice. We do have to be conscious of her ult leveling up. We're in classic year. She has 1 turn until her next race, so we probably can't run a race now, but I think we will need to run a race maybe after this race. We're gonna rest here. I think we could just skip through this one. Okay. We're at 40K fans. I don't think she has a race the rest of this year. Or does she? Nope, she doesn't. So we're gonna have to schedule a race here before the end of this year if possible. I think Arima Keenan is in, yeah, so 30k fans here. So in December, that's perfect. So we'll take that race. And hopefully we win. If we don't win, our ult won't level up, which will be an issue. But this actually might be a good turn to take a race because none of these trainings are any good. So maybe we can run this Queen Elizabeth Cup in case we lose Arima Keenan, right? so we don't fail. I don't know that I would take this race if our trainings were better, but because they weren't very good, I'm taking this race now. So that'll help us, right? We don't need as many fans now because we need 60k and 70k respectively. 60k in early February and then 70k in April. And we do need to check our friendship level with the director. So where is the director? She's not here. Well, we'll just take this training then. Did I schedule? Yeah, it is. Okay. Single rainbow. Where's the director? Director nowhere to be found, huh? I don't really like any of these trainings, so I'm going to rest here because we're about halfway. And then we have a scheduled race, which we need to take. Oh, that training would have been good to take. I just want to check the director. Oh, we're in the blue. So, we're going to have to train with the director pretty much every turn after this race just to get her into the green. Alright, I don't think we need to watch this. I think we'll win. Yep. So we got the fans now. We just need the director friendship level. Alright, where is she? Where is the director? There she is. So even though this is an inferior, it's not as good of a training. I really want her ult to level up, right? So, I think I'm gonna, yeah, because none of these other trainings are all that great either anyway. So I'm thinking I'm gonna, you know, take this one to get the director level up. Same thing here. Where is the director? There she is. So even though this is a better training, right? We're gonna take this one. So our ult leveled up the first time. We need the director's level to be green by the time we get to April now. So she's green, so we're good. So now we can take the trainings that, you know, we would normally take. And that's good because we got a good one here. I would have been kind of mad if, I think I would have just taken this one anyway. And then the next turn, try to get the director. Because we have a few turns here before April. Like this one. I don't know if this is good enough to take. I think I'd want to rest here instead, just to be safe. This Mayano Top Gun is really not appearing. We're not getting lucky with her, huh? She's just avoiding us. Avoiding our trainings here. Mayano Top Gun. There she is. I guess I could take this one. I don't think there's a training better than this anyway. I could do a recreation. I think normally I would probably opt to take a recreation, but because her friendship level is still not complete, even almost to the end of senior year or halfway through senior year, I think I'm gonna try to get that up. All right. There she is again. I think I have to take that one. I think we're gonna be okay. I do feel like this career might is probably not as good as the career we would have had in the previous career. The trainings haven't been all that great so far. A lot of like single rainbows and a lot of non-rainbows too. Not just single ones. Here's a double. Finally. I think it has something to do with Mayano Top Gun not finishing her friendship level too. So we're not getting like double rainbows and stamina and stuff either. Okay, so now all their friendship levels are complete, it looks like. I'm gonna take a rest here. We're coming up on the summer. 26 and 11. Yeah, I mean, you gotta take the stats, right? Shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. Don't have to worry about our ult anymore. It'll level up because you only need 120k at the end of this year. So you should be fine with that. Not getting big rainbows here at all. Here's a double rainbow. But 40 and 18 is relatively chill, right? Like, you know, it's not like 60, 70 points or whatever that we've seen before in other runs. So kind of a very, I would say like a mediocre run here. I don't know that this is worth it, so I'm going to take the wit. And then, unless there's something crazy here. This one's kind of crazy. This one's 65 points. And nobody in wit, so this might be worth the risk. And we got it, nice. Okay. We'll probably have to take the rest here. Sucks, because there was a double rainbow we could have taken. And then of course all the trainings are crap after that. I guess we could take power here. Or wit. I think we have enough wit at this point. We're just not getting the good trainings here. I think I should just rest. We're running out of turns here. I'm not sure how good this run's gonna be. Haven't really gotten big rainbows. It's just kind of a so-so run here. I'm not happy with the numbers that we're seeing. We already finished your career, so... Here we go. Here's the double rainbow. I was looking to get over 1,000 stamina. And then maybe close to 1,000 speed. And maybe around 800 power. But we're not there at all. I don't think we're going to get there either. Not with these kinds of trainings. What the hell? There's only one Uma in each one. This is really bad. It's like not even worth taking, honestly. 26 points here, 22, 21, 21, 18. I guess we have to take the 26, right? That's very disappointing. Not a very good career run. No, this one's really bad too, again. I mean, I guess I could rest here instead. Let's just do that. And hope for a better training in the next turn. No rainbows again. Nah, man. That sucks. That is suck. This shouldn't be an issue either. Our guts is kind of low. We might need to run that one time at least. Possibly. Maybe not, actually. It might not matter that much that our guts are low. Man, these trainings are really not that great, huh? Yeah, this is very disappointing. I think we got maybe like 2 double rainbows this run, maybe 3 max. No triple rainbows at all. We didn't get any double rainbows in stamina either because Mino Top Gun wasn't showing up. So we didn't finish her friendship till really late in the career. We didn't get any huge stacks except in the very beginning, which when it doesn't really matter as much. So I think the most I've seen is like 3 Umas in one place in one category. And that doesn't cut, that's not gonna cut it, right? Like you need, I guess I could just risk this, right? Whatever, I have nothing to lose, it's the last turn. Might as well. Yeah, we failed though. Oh well, whatever, it was worth a shot. Yeah, so not the best run. I would say this was kind of on the lower end of what you could have gotten on a run. But given that fact, right, that it was a worse off run than some of the other runs we've had, like really bad luck. Not in the sense of getting negative mood effects and stuff or negative events happening, but more in the sense of just not getting very good trainings, right? All the trainings were kind of just, you know, like whatever, you know, very skippable. We took a bunch of trainings that were less than ideal. You know, ones like trainings with only one Uma who wasn't rainbowing, you know, because there's nothing else, you know what I mean, to take. I think we did that at least like 4 or 5 times this run. And we were still able to get 900 speed, 920 stamina, and 750 power. And still get wit up to above 400. And guts, we almost got to 300, but you know, whatever. Guts isn't that important. So I think on a good run with better RNG, with the, like better trainings, we could definitely gotten over 1,000 stamina, probably about 1,000 speed, and close to 800 power with the same sort of guts and wit numbers, right? And I did use my own Umas too. I didn't use the guest legacy. That would have definitely helped because we could have gotten like a gold inspiration or something. You know what I mean? All right, let's I guess we can give her firm conditions and spring runner and maybe hydrate, and then I guess we could just give her a second level of these. And then I think we're out of points, so that's good. All right. Let's see what we got on a less than perfect run, obviously. Very less than perfect. Super imperfect run. Only a B plus. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Um, we were struggling there. It was a little bit of a struggle bus on that run, huh? But even so, these stats are decent. Like, they're not bad. It's not like the best horse we could have made. Obviously, I think, like I said, had things gone a little bit better, we would definitely be, 1,000 speed, at least 1,000 stamina, maybe even more. Had Mayon on Top Gun's friendship level, leveled up a little quicker, and then we got some double stamina rainbows, right? Because double stamina rainbows are usually like 40 to 50 points in stamina, right? So we would have gotten 1,000, and possibly around 800. And because we didn't train as much stamina, that's why our guts are so low. And when you train stamina more, you'll get guts also up. Normally, I don't need to train guts at all. I'll get guts up to 300 just from training stamina a lot of the time. So we ended up taking a lot more wit trainings than I probably would have also because there's nothing else to take. I normally don't take wit trainings during the regular career. I only take it in the summer. But in this run, we had to take some wit trainings during the career because there's nothing else, It was like the best available one with the most amount of stats anyway. So I definitely think we could have run a better career here. But even so, like I said, without, the best career, like this horse is decent. I wouldn't say it's definitely not on the higher end, but it's not on it's like on the high end of the low, right? Against free to play players, I think it's okay. It's decent. Like it'll hold its own, right? So I'm sure every run is different, and if we were to run it again, I think every horse you need to run at least 3 times. Maybe up to like 5 or 6 times to get a horse that's worth like putting on your team. Like a horse that's gonna be good in PvP. Basically, you have to take a couple stabs at it, right? Because you never know. Like maybe one run you got a perfect run, but you wouldn't know unless you ran again, right? And then you're like, oh shit, I'm not getting as many. Like it's not as good as the one I just ran, or oh shit, this one's way better than the one I just ran, or whatever. But you sort of get an average, and then because normally when you in RNG, right, you get a low side, a high side, and then somewhere in the middle, right? And then it'll average out over the length of time in the middle. But sometimes you get those outliers where it's on either side. I think we got one on the low side just now, but you could get one on the high side, and when you get that, that's going to be your ace, right? So had that run gone a lot better, I think the first career that we crashed out on, for whatever reason that happens on Majora McQueen's career, like you just randomly crash out for no reason. Like your stats are way high, there's no reason you should be losing, but you lose, and then if you don't like plan it right, like I did, and I waited till the last turn, which I should have learned my lesson from running her career before, like farming her. I know that happens, so I should have run an earlier race, but I was like, her stats are so high, she's not gonna lose. There's no way she's gonna lose, right? I got cocky, and then we ended up crashing out. But I think that career might have been a really good one, because we were already at like 400 or 500 stamina by the end of the 3,000 fans thing, and she also almost had like 400 speed and 400 power. Like she was well on her way, you know what I mean? Like to getting being a really powerful horse. But then had to crash out. So what can you do? I don't know. That's part of the game. So yeah, sucks, but whatever. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful for you to see. I think you can tell. I guess what I can do is compare it to one of our earlier horses that we've run in the past, right? So if we look at our Musume Queens from the past, this was the very first one we ever ran, and we got 1,000 speed, 876 stamina, and 560 power here, using 3 speed, 1 power, and 2 stamina cards. Basically the same deck we've been using, but with like different cards, obviously, right? We swapped in cards. So we got 900, 900, and like 750 or something, right? So obviously it's better than that one. This is the second run we did. This was a very good run. It looks like a really, really good run, because we got 978 speed, 1,000 stamina, 700 power, right? And then we got guts was actually pretty high on this run, and 400 wit. So this must have been a very lucky run, like very, very good. Did we ever lose? I don't think so. We got second here, and we got second there, but otherwise no problems. The thing is with this run, we didn't upgrade our ult at all, right? It stayed at a level 1, so we didn't waste any turns racing. We just so this, even though the stats are better, I don't know that this is a better horse. But even with this deck here, our old deck, we were able to get almost 1,000 and 700, right? That's why I'm saying, like, this was on the high side of of an average run. This was on the high side, right, with our old deck. And what I'm saying is, what the horse we just ran was on the low side of the average, right? So imagine what the average might be, these stats right here, and then on the high side it might be even higher, maybe like 1,100, 1,100, 800 or something, something crazy like that. And then let's take a look at this one again. 900, 1,000, and power is lagging behind a little bit, obviously. And then I think I started farming on her. So this one, we got a little bit more stamina here. So you can see already the power stat on average is around 600. And this run here happened to just, be a little bit better. So it got close to 700. But we were only getting about 600 on that stat there. But the one we just ran, right, we're 750. So we're way higher, right? 150 points higher. And I think the RNG, we just had bad luck, and that's why speed and stamina are a little bit lower than the past runs that we did. So these definitely probably would be in the thousands, plus 750 power, right? And with like 300 guts and 400 wit, that is a damn strong horse, man. You're looking at that's definitely a strong A, and you could take that into the advanced league then, right? I think because the next cup that comes around, hopefully I'll have all A's in my lineup, right? And then I'm definitely gonna enter the advanced league. I'm not gonna do open league next time, because B's, it's kind of capped. I want to kind of see how my A horses will do against like pay to win players, right? So the next cup, I'm definitely going to enter into advanced open league, and then see where we go. Because if I'm able to make 1,000, 800 Musume McQueen to enter into Champions Cup, I think that's very competitive. No matter how much people pay to win, I think that'll be very competitive. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe the pay to wins are like 1,200. They're probably going to be around 1,000, 1,200, and like 800 or 900 here, right? So we'll still be a little bit behind them, but you know, RNG. Sometimes the worst horse wins. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think you can kind of tell already that our new deck, our upgraded deck, is definitely better than our old one, and it should be, right? It makes sense. Like obviously you upgraded it. Why wouldn't it be better? And is it significantly better? I think so. I on the low side if we're getting Bs, because before, right, in our old deck, on the low side when we didn't run a good career, it would be like a B, right, like a solid B. But now we're getting a B plus with the like kind of a crappy career. I mean, obviously we are crashing out. You could say you could say the worst career. On the low side, you crash out and get an E. You could say that. Um, but I think realistically, right, this was one of the crappier careers you could have run, and we got a B plus, right? So now I think we're kind of in the B plus to A range. We're kind of right there. A plus, probably not yet. We're probably not going to be able to get an A plus yet. But you know, solid A, I think, you know, is going to be kind of normal now, especially since I fixed the gold ship issue where she was roaming around a little bit too much because she didn't have specialty priority. So swapping in Sweep Tosho there, and Sweep Tosho is just high level enough to be useful. Before she wasn't. Her bonuses weren't that high, and it just wasn't a good card. But now that we've unlocked it twice, you know, to level 35, right? She's actually kind of useful. Um, so yeah, that's I think you can kind of, you know, if you don't see it, then maybe I'm just you know, making a mountain out of a molehill or whatever the saying is, right? But I feel like this was a better run. Uh like I felt the struggle, you know, during this career. I was just like, oh man, you know, like this isn't good. It's not going my way. Oh man, this training sucks. Blah blah blah. And our stats still came out pretty good, you know, not bad. And so I'm wondering what a really good career would look like. So I guess you'll see that next week, since I'm not going to be streaming daily anymore. I'll be streaming on Thursdays, and I'm debating whether or not I want to stream at 9:30 instead of 9 p.m. because I think it's better when I'm not eating. When I'm eating on stream, I don't like eating on stream, but I was eating on stream just because, you know, it was an easy thing to do to eat and stream. But if I just stream a little bit later, I can just eat for the first 30 minutes, right? Like it gives me half an hour to eat basically, and then I can come on stream and not have to eat on stream. So I might change it to 9:30 on Thursdays from now on, and then I might throw in some extra streams here and there during big events like Champions Cup or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully you saw the difference in how much support cards upgrading them will help you out in, you know, creating better horses for PvP, which should be obvious. So yeah, don't spend carrots on pulling Umas, right? Pulling trainees. Spend all your save up and spend your carrots on support cards. That's really how you're gonna win this game. Pulling a bunch of trainees, yeah, that's fun, but you're always just gonna be stuck there at a B or a B plus or whatever you're getting. It's never gonna advance. You know what I mean? But now that we've gotten support cards, and we didn't even get that, our support card pull was shitty. It wasn't very good, right? We only got like 3 SSRs, and they weren't good ones, right? And we didn't upgrade our good SR cards, right? So the ones that are good, that I believe are good SRs, would be Mayano Top Gun for sure, is a good SR card. Where is she? She's here. So we didn't even get this, right? She's still a level 25, right? And then the other good one would probably be Sweet Tosho, right? And we only got 1 or 2, I think, duplicates of that. We ended up maxing out like these other ones, like Manhattan Cafe isn't the worst card, but it's not the best either, right? Hishi Amazon doesn't even make the rotation anymore. She fell out of rotation. This girl, what's her name again, fell out of the rotation, right? So we're not even using those anymore. So, my decks now aren't max level, right? We've got a level 40 Biwa, so we need one more level on her. Sweep Tosha's only a 35, and Mayano Top Gun's only a 25, right? But still, we were able to create almost a thousand, and an 800, horse. That's fucking pretty. That's pretty fucking good. You know what I mean? Which only SRs. We have no SSRs in our deck. You know what I mean? So yeah, take that. Take from that what you will. I think you should be saving for support cards and do 20 pulls. Don't do, save up enough to do 200 cards at a time versus one at a time or whatever, or just doing 10 here and 10 there. You want to save up so you can get the free one, right? Free is always good. If you're free to play, I'm free to play, right? Anything you can get for free, you want to do that. Even though it takes a little longer, you have to be more patient and wait. I know the game gets kind of grindy after a while when you're like waiting for carrots, but don't get impatient. Just do other stuff. Like what I've been doing is unlocking potential, right? You know, so I just rerun the same horses I have, and I just run them again, but I unlock the potential, and then I run them. I didn't unlock the potential of Majiro McQueen today because I don't have enough money. I spent all my money upgrading my support cards, so I only have 80k gold left. Or else I could have maxed her out, right, to potential level 5, which I want to do. So that's my next goal until I get enough carrots to do another support card pull, is to save up enough to unlock Majiro McQueen to level 5, or potential level 5 at least, right? And then I think once we do one more support card pull, I think that might be enough. Depending on what we get. If I can max out Mayano Top Gun and Sweep Tosho's SR cards, like I'm good. I don't really need to do any more support card pulls because getting SSRs is so rare. Like you don't get enough that you're never really gonna max limit break, SSR cards just from carrot pulls. Like you'd have to play for like 3 years or something to do that. So at that point, right, once you have your SR cards like kind of maxed out or close to maxing out, then you can switch over and start pulling like trainees, right, and getting those horses and unlocking their stars and stuff, you know what I mean, and upgrading your horses. So that's my advice. Take it or leave it, whatever. I didn't win this Champions Cup this time around, so I'm not the best trainer in the league anymore. I'm the third best trainer in the league now because I got third place. So yeah, listen to me or not, up to you. All right, man. Well, I'll be back next week on Thursday, and probably at 9:30. I'll change my about information, and yeah.